it?
Yeah.
Lucy's here now. It was shocking what we saw in Trisha's film there, and lots of EU nationals, you know, who consider the UK to be their home are being told to go home. I mean, what is the situation then?
Well, I mean, we have 3 million people from EU countries here, EU nationals as we call them. They're our friends, they're our neighbours, they're our colleagues, they're our partners. And there's also many, many people working in absolutely vital industries. 292,000 EU nationals work in manufacturing, for example. And the one that we talk about all the time, 176,000 who are working in health and social work. So in NHS England, that's 9% of our doctors and 7% of our nurses. Now, take a look. Junaid puts it this way: immigration fuels the NHS.
Well, that picture sums it up perfectly,
It does.
doesn't it?
And Lucy, you've been talking to some EU nationals as well who actually see the opposite side and actually feel quite secure.
Some of them do and some of them don't. So this is a very unscientific poll. I sort of whizzed round on my way to the post office around West London. We're a quarter of a mile from the Polish centre in Hammersmith that was daubed in racist graffiti. They all said to me they felt like something had been awoken, like racism had been awoken by this. However, one young woman that I spoke to, Magda, she's 24, she's expecting her first child. Her partner is British. She feels very secure because her partner's British and she feels she will stay here. She also said, interestingly, if she'd have had the vote in the referendum, she would have voted to leave the EU because she thinks it will give her daughter a better future and she'll be able to afford a house and all that sort of stuff. I spoke to another lady who's lived in 4 countries in the last 10 years, learned 4 different languages, has settled in England, has just got her kids into the primary school that she wanted to get them into, and she's absolutely beside herself that she's going to have to move. So some people are vulnerable, feeling very vulnerable, and some people are more sanguine about it.
And I mean, there are no answers to very many of the questions, but what does it look like the future will hold then for these EU nationals?
Well, just before we came on air, we got the first results of the first bit of the leadership, the Conservative Party leadership race. So Theresa May won that by a landslide. She has gone quite strong on this. She said that this needs to be part of the Brexit negotiations. 1.2 million expats live in Spain. She wants a quid pro quo, like if they stay, then we can stay. She says that's practical and real. Andrea Leadsom, her nearest rival, has said that's not good enough. We need to guarantee these people right to remain. So nothing's going to happen, remember, until that Article 50 is triggered, and that's some way off yet.
OK, Lucy, thanks.
Thank you.